Shando. Hey, I carry bitches like I'm preggo. Hey guys, and welcome back to another exciting TV recap. Now, if you're new here today, make sure to click that subscribe button. And for all my returning subscribers, welcome to another video by your ultimate fave, the queen of TV recaps. My name is... I never normally say what my name is. But anyway, if you guys don't know me, my name is Naledi, Mallela. Guys, come on, dude. I am excited and I've been dying to do this TV recap. I've had people literally... You know what? I'm gonna need you guys, side note, I'm gonna need you guys to stop bullying me every time you want a video out of me, okay? I get it. Okay, fine. I've slowed down on the intensity. But I'm gonna need you guys to stop bullying me, okay? Okay? I'm a person with human rights. But I'm excited to do this TV recap because this is one of the best TV franchises that we have in Southern Africa. I am talking about the TV recap of the Real Housewives of Durban. You see, this is what I mean when I say I need an episode to start with drama. So for anybody who doesn't know, Real Housewives of Durban is in season 3, and it is the only Real Housewives franchise in South Africa that made it onto Bravo. So Americans have access to that. I did say that Real Housewives of Durban was the best, and it's the best. And lucky for you guys, I am so excited to be doing the TV recap today. But because it is the first episode of the 3rd season, we're gonna need to do none other than a character breakdown of who's who in the zoo, because they've got some new characters. From last season to this season, they've obviously changed characters. Initially, we had Lakongo, we had Mabusi, we also had somebody else that I just called, Londi London. And I just like to say, guys, without sounding very shady and stuff, like, we're not missing out on much in my opinion. We're not missing out on much. I think the only thing I wanted to see from the last cast that was obviously booted out was I wanted to see what happened with Mabusi and Jojo in this season. But other than that, Lakongo could go because also she was giving absolutely close to nothing. She is the one character who had the capability to have the biggest storyline, but instead she obviously didn't capitalize off of that. So I am so happy for her to be booted off. Londi London as well is one person who could have came into this season with a lot to give, but I also do feel like to a certain degree, I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm not too upset that she's gone. She's not in the current season. She wasn't really giving anyway, in my opinion. Like, she gave what she needed to give it, but she's not reality star material, in my opinion. I think she's great. She's a great influencer, great Instagrammer, but she just doesn't give reality for me. You understand? So the people we have on now, I'm really excited to have. Like, for example, Annie was the biggest antagonist last season, but I'm so glad to see Annie this season, as well as Nonku. You understand? Nonku. But anyway, so let's do the character breakdown and just kind of let you know who's who in the zoo. So you guys already know that we've got Nonku, Sarisha, and Annie, who are the, you know, the oldies, the veterans of Real Housewives of Durban. They started in season 1 and they've made it thus far. And then we have some new additions, which are Slee, Bali, Maria, and who am I missing? I'm missing someone. Who am I missing? Jojo. Jojo came in last season, so I wouldn't really count her as a veteran, but because she is still a character in the show. So let's do the breakdown as it is per episode. Now, for those of you who know, Jojo's on the show. Jojo was never really my favorite. Or was she? Was she? Am I a liar? Do you guys have the receipts? Now, Jojo last season gave me very classist vibes. For someone who said that Slee doesn't know the meaning of classist, Meskat, my love, Jojo, vibe. Classist. You know what? I'm gonna Google it for you so you can understand what classist means, okay? Because I have a feeling you actually don't understand what classist means, so I'm more than happy to read it out for you. Treating someone unfairly or having negative opinions of them or about them based on their social class. Thus includes economic and social platform, especially because they are thought to be from a low social class. You understand? You understand what classist means? Right. Jojo, you were very much classist, Meskat. Like, everything Slee said about you was super accurate. I don't know if you and I were watching the same show, but clearly Jojo, I think the one thing that I picked up about her this season is that she's really trying to play the but I'm a good person vibes. I can see that she's really warmed up to Nonku this season. She obviously may have picked up that the other ladies aren't buying whatever she's selling, because Jojo, personally, you might not have understood it when Slee said it the first time, and then when you said in your diary, you don't know the meaning of classist, that sounded classist. Jojo, you're just letting us down. I mean, we get it. You've got a lot of McLarens. You've had a lot of sports cars. I don't know. Guys, is it me or does Jojo have a lot of Botox? Even when she lost, she's like, is it me? Because I was just like, was she always laughing like this in the first season, which was the second season? Was she always looking like this, or did she get something done to her face? Because she kept very minimal facial expression, and obviously when that happens, that's when you've obviously gotten a lot of Botox done. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. Don't really care about that. First episode, what I got about Jojo is that she's still a little bit mean girly. I'm not entirely sure how to pick it up. Yes, I get it. Slee kind of came off a bit, on the defense, and I'll explain why I say that. But I will say that I did like how she stood up for Nonku by explaining what had happened between her and Annie, right? So she's still not on my favorite. She's still not on my list of favorite people. I will still judge her maybe a number 4 out of 7. Number 4, right? Number 4. The next person that I really want to judge is... I really want to judge. Get it? Because I'm judging it. Because it's TV. You have to judge you guys, Let's come quite there. The next person that I really want to talk about is Nonku. Now... No, I'm gonna leave Nonku for last. I'm gonna leave her for last. Let me touch on Sarisha. Now, anybody who knows Sarisha Reddy is the wife of Vivian Reddy, the guy who just built Oceans Mall, which apparently might have its own diamond walk, because Durban was the only place besides Cape Town and Joburg that didn't have any luxury stores. So they didn't have your Louis Vuitton, your Gucci's, your whatever. So I was really excited that, this Oceans Mall has launched. This was really exciting. Sarisha is the richest one of the squad. I'm talking shmoney, baby. You understand? And I still feel like this season, I still like Sarisha for some strange reason. I was a bit indifferent towards her last season and the season before, because she was really trying to play middleman, I'm not getting involved in the drama. But if you're gonna sign up for reality TV, to some degree we need to see an element of you that is more real, more so than scripted, you understand? Or more so than playing the indifferent card. And I like the fact that it took Sarisha to get to this point, because it means that her basically calling Nonku out in the first episode means that she was making it very clear that she was sticking up for Annie, which was a very important dynamic that I feel like I had not seen from Sarisha 2 seasons ago. So seeing it now, I was just like, So Sarisha's definitely made it in my top 3. I still haven't decided if she's number 1, 2, or 3, but she's made it in my top 3, and that's all I'll say, because I really kind of liked her energy. And then the next person I really want to touch on is obviously Annie. Now, Annie has always been... I'm sorry, I thought of Annie, and then I thought of a hairstyle that everyone was making fun of at the reunion. Sorry, girl, I didn't do it. I didn't say nothing about your hairstyle. But Annie's also another one who is now a veteran of the group. I'm not gonna lie, I think Annie's transition from when she started to where she is now, you can see it's a jump, man. You can see like Annie has definitely cemented herself as one of the housewives. I don't really see her going anywhere, but I will say this. I like the fact that Annie sticks up for what she believes in, and that makes her a very important, like, and critical aspect to the Real Housewives of Durban. Because the thing is, a lot of the women went in there fearing some person or the other because of their hierarchical status. Did I say that word right? I don't know. Because of their hierarchical status or like social standing. And Annie came there, and she wasn't the richest when she began, but she definitely didn't take shit from anyone. And to see her still maintain that same element is quite interesting, but in a good way. Right? So Annie, don't make me hate you this season. I want you to work on making sure that I'm on your team, because so far, no, I don't know yet. You did that other thing to Nonku. We'll discuss that. I don't know if I like you yet. But I will say, Annie is one of the veterans, and she is someone who I want to see how she's going to really portray herself this season. She did do some shady shit to Nonku in episode 1, which I was like, surprise, surprise. Am I surprised? Not really. This is Annie we're talking about. Annie's been shady from the jump. Annie season 2 was I don't want to say wacky Jackie, but it's giving wacky Annie. No, I don't know what else rhymes with Annie that sounds like, you know, shady Annie. Can't say crazy Annie. I don't think she's crazy. I think she's a very calculated woman. But anyway, I just didn't like what she did to Nonku, and the fact that she didn't even figure it on the table. I was just like, does it sound like something she would do? Yeah, to me it does. To me, it does sound like something Annie would do. Annie does have some very hidden mean girl streaks, and we've seen them time and time again. So what would make things any different now, right? But we'll tackle that story because I want to get to it. I just want to do the quick character breakdown. Annie is also in my bottom 3. She was there the last time. I'm indifferent about her now, so I'm going to keep on the bottom 3 because I want to see what happens. You understand? She came in as the antagonist. I need to see if she's still going to keep that energy or is she going to like change. You understand? Sharp. Next person I want to touch on is Maria. Maria is also now the new addition to the squad. I have absolutely nothing to say about Maria. Like, I absolutely didn't know what to say about Maria, Miss. Like, Maria, okay, and you know, there's always gonna be that one weak link in the squad, and it just so happens to be Maria. Like, there's nothing to say about her. She's married to a surgeon. She's gotten a lot of work done on her body. She's rich, you can tell. She says she spends a lot of her happy moments in the surgeon's office, and that's literally all I got about Maria. No, but let's give Maria a chance to evolve. She does also look like the type that won't take shit lying down, because remember also when it said next week and then it said Sarisha thinks she's the queen of the squad, I was like, ooh. It's gonna get us. Ooh, this is too good. The thing about diary sessions and the thing about women from eThekwini and their shady behavior makes the diary sessions 10 times better. So I don't know. Maria so far is the one who caught my attention the least. I really didn't feel like she brought anything to the first episode, which is perfectly fine because it's not like she came in there with any beef towards anyone. It's not like anybody felt some type of way about anything she said or she's done, so it's fine. However, you know, the first episode always truly defines whether people are for you or against you or whether you're forgettable. So I'm really hoping that Maria does come with the tea this season. I'm really hoping that she does have a storyline that evolves outside of her husband, because if not, she's definitely going to fall to the wayside like Mabusi and Londi London. You know what I'm saying? So that's Maria. The next person I want to touch on is definitely Slee. Now Slee, obviously, her storyline definitely, it controlled the trajectory of episode 1. When she was like, yeah, I was dating this guy for 6 years, I was like, ooh, child. She sounds like me when I talk about Drake. Oh. I didn't want to sing like that. Okay, look. I have a love-hate relationship towards Slee. I'll tally them at the end. I have a love-hate relationship towards Slee because when I first met Slee sounded like a nice girl. Off the bat, watching the first episode once, I was team Slee. I was like, no man, Slee's being badgered, you know? But before I recorded this episode, this recap, I was like, let me actually go watch episode 1 again because I actually want to understand. But guys, Slee is not the damsel in distress / victim that we made her out to be off watching the episode off the bat. Let me tell you why I say that. Because Slee made this horrid comment towards Nonku, which was so unwarranted that I was just like, how did I miss this? How did I miss this? Because if I was your friend and you said that bullshit like in front of my friends that you're meeting, definitely it would be grounds for me to cut you in front of my friends. You know, well, maybe not like that, but I would eventually in the season. Who's the last person? No, Nkune. I didn't miss anyone. Ne? Sarisha, Annie. Oh, Bali. Guys, I have to say it. Like, Bali seems like a very sweet character. She seems like she has a lot of peace and kindness to bring towards the group. She's giving me the all change. All change, like I was and stuff. The girl that would get along well with everybody, the girl that's very kind, very to herself, doesn't really look like someone who would engage in any conflict unless it's just to resolve the energies. Her energy gives me very, I don't know, there's a word I'm looking for to describe her, right? I mean, she could change. We don't know her. I mean, she seems like the type that won't take anything lying down. But even when she apologized for what she did to Jojo, I felt like I saw an element of peacefulness, calm, serendipity. No, that's not the word. So Bali off the bat, she gave me some very sweet vibes, very calm vibes. I wouldn't say she was my favorite, but she was someone I definitely would love to see her story evolve. But the vocal aspect, I don't know, Scott, because maybe I would have just lied and said, you know what, I've got flu or something, because I was just like, wait, what? And also, you know what I didn't like, or why I felt like Bali might be a pushover this season, because if you really didn't want to sing, if it was your first time meeting those ladies, and if you understood you should have just declined the invitation to sing. Like, you should have just said, you know what, honestly, I would love to, but I really don't want to. Like, I don't know these women well, and I do a different genre of music, and a lot of the time it involves, my husky voice or whatever. Just say anything, Meskat. But for you to agree to something and then come there late, which is nighttime, and then just say, I'm sorry, Jojo, without at least telling us, the audience, why you didn't. It also sounds like you're a bit of a flake and a pushover, like Londi London. No, not a pushover. It sounds like you're a bit of a flake, like Londi London. You understand? So I feel like she should have just really said, I really wasn't comfortable, I wasn't ready. Also, I feel like Jojo kind of batrekat her. Jojo, you're rich, you have McLarens. Get a singer, get a professional singer. Like, why? Why? I feel like Jojo's also a bit very shady. You see, this is why I say it's very hard to like Jojo when she does things that she doesn't have to do. You understand? You could have gotten another singer anywhere else. I know a lot of girls from eThekwini that are great singers that I follow. You could have gotten dancers, you could have gotten amapiano artists, you could have gotten TDK cassette, you could have gotten anybody, really. But instead you went to go get Bali because you knew very well what that meant. You know what, Jojo? You're a bit of a shady ass bitch. Sorry, girl. It ain't no thing. But that was a bit shady to me. I was like, okay, fine. So you're gonna bank all of this and give her so much pressure after she's gonna meet the woman for the first time. However, Mbali is also wrong in agreeing to do it, knowing good and well she was gonna pitch up. But to say you know? I was like, I don't know, I really like Mbali, but I don't know about her vocal ability. I don't know. People keep saying it's Maskandi, and I get that, but guys, I have seen some amazing Maskandi singers on Uthando Nestembu Happily Ever After. Yeah. The Uthando Nestembu Happily Ever After, the one where they live together and they have wives and stuff, where who's this? Nseleku is also the reunion host. You see that one? See that one? That one is amazing. Those Maskandi men, they sing. They don't necessarily belt, but they sing. So for me, I was really disappointed because I was just like, I get it, she was under pressure, but she couldn't made up any excuse. And now, when she started singing, all the women started giving her very funny looks, of which I just want to say nothing. I'm gonna reserve my comment, but I do think that was a very shady moment. And also, she should have sang something else. But yes, I get it, she sang her song, which did debut when they were showing a little bit of, like, the takeaway clips of who she is and what she does. Cool. And then the last person is obviously Nonks. Nonku, first of all, has been shady from the jump. You know what, I dislike Annie, but I dislike Nonku more. You know, like, I really dislike Annie, but I really dislike Nonku more. And this season, she's just really kind of solidified everything I was building in the second season of the TV recaps. Like, you literally just took everything where we had a shred of hope for you, thinking that it was a drinking problem, and completely made everybody realize that it's not a drinking problem. This is a character flaw. You're just really, really shady. And you just do things that are really, really shady. Or you must have gotten paid a chunk of money from Bravo to be the shady bitch. So, okay, fine. I think the first thing where I noticed that Nonku was a bit shady was Slee. Mara, I will say this, guys. I will fight for Nonku. Go watch that scene again. There's a point where Slee walks in. She sits down. They're like, oh, tell us about you, Slee. And then Slee makes some really jaded, weird comments about, yeah, today it's about me. It's not about you, Nonku. Not everything has to be about you. I'm like, wait a minute. What are you... Okay. Just when I thought that comment was a bit underhanded, and then she laughed it off, and then I thought maybe she's got a Kourtney Kardashian demeanor about her where she says things and she thinks she's being funny, but in actual fact her tone is condescending and rude as fuck, right? Just when I thought I could make an excuse for Slee. Slee then turns around and says something like, Jojo says, oh, Nonku, oh, she's like, I'm Nonku's friend, we live in the same complex, and then Jojo made some comment which obviously sounded like a joke to me. I don't know if you guys thought it was shady, but oh, I'm Nonku's first friend or something like that, and she's like, oh, you're Nonku's new toy, when she's done with you she'll get another toy. I'm like, excuse me, bitch? Like, excuse me, bitch? Excuse me, bitch? You're meeting Nonku's friends for the first time. You say some shady shit like that directed to Jojo, implying that Nonku and Jojo's friendship is a farce. And then you get surprised when Nonku throws you under the bus about the stuff that you've said about Jojo. That's why... Let me tell you guys, the real shady character here is Slee. Slee's shady. This is why I can believe what Nonku said about Slee. You're actually not nice to me. You come at me sideways. You tell me about my parenting skills. Initially, when I watched it the first time, I was like, Nonku, but we don't. And then I watched the two comments. Slee walked in and already threw shade. Now, I don't know, maybe some parts were edited out, but those comments on their own, to say something like that about Jojo and Nonku's friendship, already, I can see Slee saying things like that. Slee used to, guys, Slee does seem like the friend that would look down on you, that would say things like that about you, and now you're sitting in your confessional shocked. There is a way to tell your friends things without making them feel like they're beneath you. You understand what I'm saying? And the irony in doing all of that is that you are now the one who's coming here. You are the weakest link in the squad, Mara Uya Papa. And you're saying when Nonku's done with that toy, she's gonna get another toy. Ma'am, you came out of the 6-year relationship with nothing but a car. You're the last one to talk about what people are gonna come in and out of in relationships. You came in with your whole heart. Investment was a shit about. But now you can come to Nonku about her parenting skills. You, mama! Slee, don't make us come for you. Because we will. Unfortunately, I was like, honestly, sweetie, I was like, first of all, how dare you? And second of all, Nonku oyenza hantle in that regard. When I now started watching the jabs you were throwing, I was like, you wouldn't throw jabs like that to people you just met and make them seem like I'm not their good friend. Focus on you, your storyline, and being a good friend to Nonku. If Nonku is telling you, okay, I mean, obviously Nonku, you shouldn't have told her in that setting. But also in the same breath, I don't blame Nonku. Because those underhanded jabs from Slee and Nonku then mentioning that you always have so much to say, you say these mean things to me, already means that Nonku was not going to be able to come at Slee if they were in a private setting. Because you can tell that Slee probably overpowers Nonku. That's why Nonku needed to sit down with two of her friends to be able to describe what was going on. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't a wise move from Nonku. I'm not going to dispute that. But I will fight for Nonku in saying this. Slee laughed off some very mean girl comments, and unfortunately for you, mama, if I'm gonna drag Nonku, I'm gonna drag you too, mama. You're not gonna come for Nonku's parenting skills after you've told us about your parenting skills, which obviously didn't work out in your favor. You're not gonna do that. It's just hypocritical. I don't vibe with that. Anyway, fine. Then Nonku proceeds to be shady Nonku, because obviously Nonku was never gonna let things rest. Then there's the whole issue with Annie and her husband. Now, I mean, this one is a bit hard because first and foremost, when Jojo told the story in the confessionals, dude, you could see that Jojo was actually in defense of Nonku, because obviously what Annie did was wrong, right? Now the story is that Annie and Jojo got there together with both their partners, and then obviously I don't know if they sat or whatever happened, but then a guy named Ruan gave up his seat for Nonku, and now Annie's husband, Takruk. I said Takruk. Oh my god. Guys, Takruk is someone who's on the Real Housemates. I'm so sorry. Then Takuru arrives, and now Annie is asking Nonku to give up her seat because they came there first. So now Nonku must stand so that your husband can sit. Why don't you stand and then your husband sits? And then what's worse is that Jojo's saying that you can tell that Takuru didn't mind, he was fine. So what was actually happening for Annie to be so cruel and tell Nonku to stand? Guys, I'm not gonna lie, I feel like Annie's gotten to a point where, because she's making a lot of money because of her husband, she's starting to have some sort of superiority complex. I'm sorry, I wasn't gonna say it, but I probably was. Knowing me, I say what's on my mind. I don't like that. But then again, I'm waiting for Annie to tell her version of events, because Jojo now told the version of events and Jojo wouldn't lie. Why would Jojo lie on behalf of Annie? But then again, let's wait and see what Annie has to say. But do I believe Annie would do something like that? Yes. And then after that, Nonku drops another little teaser for this season that Annie is afraid of Takuru, and she was having dinner alone while they were in Dubai, yada yada yada, this, that, and the third. Now I don't know what Nonku was implying by that. Whether maybe they had a big fight, whether maybe Takuru is you know, someone that Annie should be afraid of. I don't want to use the A word because we can't say things like that. We can't say things like that without being sure. But the fact that she said that Annie fears Takuru, I was just like, Nonku, but you can't say things like that unless you've heard something. And the thing is, knowing Nonku, she probably has heard something. Knowing what Mabusi said last season, obviously there is something that might come out this season, and I'm very so excited to see what it is. And I hope that Guru doesn't use his Twitter account to tweet justice for Annie. Annie is the real one. Free Annie. Like, no, because no one's gonna retweet that, okay? Just leave the PR things, get a PR team, keep quiet, you know, don't clear up any rumors, you know, but at the end of the day, I have a strange feeling that Takuru is going to be on the tip of the women's tongues this season. I don't know why, but I just have the feeling. And it scares me because it might be Annie's time. You know? I don't know, Miss Guts. For all the things you guys are saying about other people's husbands, it's coming back twofold. And now it's going to premiere in America. I don't know, guys. I don't know, I could be wrong. But I really like how Sarisha stuck up and told Nonku, tell Annie. And she was like, I'm going to tell Annie. I'm going to address Annie. You know what? And Slee even said, you can't say these things about people if you can't tell it to their face. And then there was obviously a thing where Sarisha was like, you have to tell Annie before I do, because if I see Annie, I'm telling her. Of which, that was when I really respected Sarisha. I was like, that makes you such a good friend. I love it so much about you, and I think you should continue being you, Miss Mamas. Then what did Nonku do? She flaked. Meaning, is Nonku even telling the truth? Nonku could confidently tell 3 other women about Annie. But now you're put in a room where you must address Annie and you don't want to. Why? Why? Because obviously, let's say Sarisha told Annie when they were at each other's houses and stuff. Annie would have still addressed it in front of everybody. Because if you can say it on a reality TV show, you sure as hell should be able to say it in front of 6, 7 other women. Because I mean, it's going to be seen by millions of people anyway. Yabana Nonku Lena, she's a bit shady. Saying, I'm not going to get involved, period. ducking and diving, da 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 da. This is why we can't defend you, Nonku. Because you are busy creating a storm, and then once the storm is here, you're now pretending you did nothing. You're crying wolf. You're saying, no, I'll talk about it with you when I'm ready. But then you could talk about it with 3 other women. Why didn't you talk about it with Annie to begin with at the very beginning? Why did you then tell Sarisha, and then when you knew that Sarisha and Annie are best friends? You see, Maga, deep down, Nonku, if you look deep into your spirit, do you see that you are the problem? I mean, I'm going to defend you because Slee came with some shady ass behavior, but I'm also going to call you out because you're even shadier. It's just that obviously when you and I, we've got a relationship, we've got a history of me obviously dragging you for filth, recap after recap after recap. So at some point, I must stick up for you. You know, as a true relationship that we've been in, we have been dragging you for filth. I must stick up for you. You know? But wabona mara Nonku uribuisa tata. Wabona mara uribuisa tata. Anyway, guys, but hey, that's it, bro. So far, hi, Real Housewives of Durban came with the heat as per usual. Can I just say, side note, whoever is shooting that show, the visuals, how it looks, how it's structured, it's so good. It's so well thought out. It's so thoroughly thought out. I love it so much. Whoever's shooting that is not dope Zulu boy. Is it dope Zulu boy? I don't know. Whoever's shooting Real Housewives of Durban, you got my vote. It's one of the best productions right now that's out there. And I think the fact that it is one of Showmax's best shows, it's absolutely amazing. And I love it. It almost gives props to what we're seeing. The production is out of this world, guys. Let's be honest. But anyway, guys, let me tally them before I obviously leave it to you guys to decide. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree? Do you think I'm taking Nonku's side? Do you think I dragged the Slee for filth a bit too much? But who knows? Order of preference. Number 1. This is a tough one. Sarisha. I'm gonna have to give Sarisha the number 1 spot. Number 2. Oof. This is actually gonna be quite tough because everybody's a bit snaky, snake ready. Who's number 2? Okay, I'll give it to Slee. And that's only because she really brought the drama. Episode 1, I'll give it to Slee. She really seemed like a nice person off the bat. Maybe the comments that we just said now, she didn't mean them in that manner because of obviously her demeanor. So I'll give her number 2. I'll give Sarisha number 1. I'll give Slee number 2. I'll give Annie number 3 because Annie has not caused any ruckus so far. No. I'll give Nonku number 3. Sarisha, Slee, Nonku, Annie, Jojo, Bali, Maria. That's about it. Yeah, there's no one else I'm missing. Yeah, let me do it again. Sarisha, Slee, Annie. No, Sarisha, Slee, Nonku, Annie, Jojo, Bali, Maria. And that's about it. Yeah, guys, in order of preference of whom I'm enjoying and who's got my attention, that's the order of preference right now. I'm really enjoying it. I think that Slee will obviously, her role, I think, will play an integral point throughout the season. It's going to materialize into something that I feel is going to be a lot bigger than what we expect. Because you can obviously see the relationship she's kind of garnered with Sarisha. And I like how she tried to call Nonku out. Because the same way Nonku called her out, she must be able to do the same. And I loved it. I don't know, man. I relished in that episode. I relished in the last 3 minutes. I was like, yeah. Yes. You weren't going to call Slee out and not let Slee call you out. Did you really think that wasn't gonna happen? Okay, and side note, before I let this thing go, Nonku, please, I'm begging you. Please stop playing victim this season. Like, if you're gonna say things, say them with your chest this season. Because what you just did in episode 1 is a clear, like, play wolf behavior. And you've done it all seasons. You've done it in season 1 with Ayanda. You did it in season 2 with Annie. And now you're doing it again in season 3 with Annie. I want you to be better. No, as a matter of fact, I've changed you. You're going down. It's Sarisha, it's Slee, it's Annie, it's Jojo, then it's you, then it's Bali, then it's Maria. No, you're going down the ranks. As a matter of fact, you're going down the ranks. This victim behavior needs to take you down the ranks. But anyway, guys, that is it. Comment down below. Let me know what you thought of episode 1. Do you think that there's more that we should expect from the ladies of Durban? Do you think that it's gonna give us some mediocre, Who do you think is going to be slandered? Who do you think is going to be the face of this season? Who do you think is going to be at the tip of our tongues this season? Comment down below, let me know what you think. But until then, that is the end of the TV recap for the Real Housewives of Durban season 3. I'll see you guys in my next TV recap. Bye.